Hello? All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the Whalies 2025. How are we? We are so excited to have you here today at City Market Social House in beautiful Los Angeles. My name is Healy, and by day, I'm the Director of Tech Partnerships here at Triple Whale, but today I am doubling as your host for today. We have an outstanding lineup of speakers today, some amazing sessions for you all to soak up all of their industry knowledge, and a post-event happy hour with awards all around a guaranteed good time for you. So how is everyone feeling today? Okay, we got good vibes. All right, everyone. The Whalies is more than just a celebration. It is truly a showcase of excellence, innovation, and what's next in the world of commerce. Today, like I mentioned, you're going to hear some of the most forward-thinking leaders, creatives, and operators in the game. So whether this is your first Whalies, show of hands, who is here for the first time at the Whalies? This warms my heart, y'all. Welcome. So whether this is your first time or you've been here from the beginning, thank you for being here. So let's get started. I also want to give a big hello to those who are joining us via the live stream. Welcome to the Whalies. We are so excited to have you. Our team is going to be online all day, so be sure to be commenting, tweeting, and sharing what you learn from home. Before we hop into house rules and schedule, I want to give a big thank you and a special shout out to all of our sponsors, especially our headline sponsors, Feedonomics. All of you have made today special, and we thank you for being here today and every day as great partners. So let's get into some housekeeping real quick. First off, let's please keep our phones on silent mode so that way we don't distract from any of the sessions. Bathrooms can be found right back near the entrance where you checked in. Every Triple Whale team member is wearing a Triple Whale jacket, so if you have any questions at all about anything, just look out for a Triple Whale jacket and we'll be here to help you. Lastly, I know we are all busy people here, so if any of you have a call that you need to hop onto or anything like that, we have the lounge right out in the back. It's just past our demo pod, so you can comfortably take that call. Okay, let's get into the good stuff now while we're all here. Here we have our schedule for the day. So we are kicking off the main stage strong by welcoming Triple Whale's co-founders, Maxx and AJ, along with our VP of Marketing, Jenna Crane. And then we are ending the day with a fireside chat between Lee Green and Jen Atkin. That's not all, though. We have an amazing second stage just in the back on the other side of our check-in area with some amazing sessions geared towards strategy. So these sessions kick off at 11 a.m. with our Unified Measurement Showcase by members of the Triple Whale product team. Now, without further ado, I am so excited to kick off this year's Whalies with an exclusive product keynote led by our co-founders, Maxx and AJ, along with our VP of Marketing, Jenna Crane. With so many releases coming out from Triple Whale, they're going to share the vision, the insights, the inspirations that have truly been shaping our journey and fueling our latest developments to empower the future of data-driven decision-making. So without further ado, let's welcome VP of Marketing, Jenna Crane.
All right. Good morning. Do I have my mic? All right. Good morning, Whalies. How's everyone feeling? Okay, yeah. The first time I was a little bit quiet, so I want to hear one more. We are in beautiful LA in this amazing venue. How are we feeling today? Yes, that is more like it. I love it. So I'm Jenna Crane, VP of Marketing here at Triple Whale, and on behalf of the entire team, I am thrilled to welcome you here today. Thank you for making the trip from far and wide, or just from down the freeway. Your energy is what turns an event into a movement. And a movement is what we need right now. The retail and e-commerce landscape is more complex, more dynamic, and more competitive than it has ever been. So let me get a quick show of hands. How many of you open multiple dashboards before you have your first cup of coffee in the morning? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. And that doesn't surprise me. I'll tell you why. We are living through the single greatest expansion of information that humanity has ever seen. So in 2015, the total amount of data in the world added up to about 18 zettabytes. By the end of this year, it's expected to cross 175 zettabytes. That is a 10-fold increase in a single decade. Now, zettabytes are a little bit abstract, so picture it this way. If you were to stack 1 terabyte hard drives like pancakes, that pile would reach the moon, come back, and head out again. But here's the paradox. Volume no longer equals value. In fact, it's quite the opposite. We are drowning in data, but still struggling to turn that data into decisions quickly and confidently. And while data is exploding, compute capability is on its own rocket ride. Between 1950 and 2012, artificial intelligence was mostly a theoretical research project. Between 2012 and 2020, what was theoretical became very real. And in the last 5 years, AI has completely reshaped life and business as we know it. Now, AI models are beyond powerful, but they are trained on the internet, like Reddit threads and Wikipedia pages. They are not trained on your blended ROAS or your margin by SKU. They're brilliant storytellers, but terrible operators. So 2025 is where these two curves, data volume and AI power, slam together. In theory, that should be magic, right? Limitless raw signal meets superhuman intelligence. But one piece is still missing. Contextual intelligence that lives inside every metric in real time. We call that the context gap. So context is based on two things: your real-time data and the industry expertise that understands how to interpret that data. And that's where generic AI models fall short. They have zero line of sight into the campaign you just launched an hour ago, or why your CAC keeps going up. They don't know what good looks like for your business because they weren't trained on commerce benchmarks or seasonality. And dragging a CSV into ChatGPT is not only manual and slow, it's out of date the moment you hit enter. So if there's one thing I hope you remember from today, it's this. You need intelligence that's wired into your entire business in real time. To spot any kind of wobble, to shift spend, and to alert you in real time before your revenue ever sees a hit. This is where the transformation lives, at the intersection of intelligence, your real-time data, and industry expertise. Until we have that, brands will keep drowning in charts and spreadsheets and generic AI chatbots, all while their margins quietly erode. Good news, that's why we're here, to close that context gap once and for all. Introducing the next generation of Triple Whale, the agent-powered intelligence platform for your entire brand. We pull every signal from across your entire business: ad costs and performance, on-site behavior, repeat purchase data, profit and loss, SKU margin, so much more, into a single source of truth, updated in real time. That's the Triple Whale data platform. On top of that powerful foundation, we built so much more. We complete your data picture with the Triple Pixel, which captures the data other platforms miss. We make sure you have the most accurate information to make confident decisions with our measurement models like MTA, MMM, and incrementality, and our forecasting models. We help you analyze the data across your entire business from every angle with advanced BI tools. And we help this gold mine of data work even harder for you with data activation and enrichment tools that make you money on autopilot. And at the helm of it all is the star of the show, Moby. Moby is our purpose-built AI trained on billions of commerce events. It speaks the language of ROAS, AOV, LTV, and BFCM right out of the box. There's Moby Chat to answer questions on the fly. But where Moby really shines is Moby Agents, the smartest AI agents in the industry. They work around the clock across every aspect of your business, from acquisition and conversion to retention and operations. They spot opportunities to make you more money that no human could ever find because they were buried in billions of data points. They flag anomalies before they impact revenue. And they run any analysis you like, scheduled on autopilot, so you can take hours of reporting down to minutes. So here's what that looks like in practice. Instead of, your CAC rose yesterday, you'd see something like, prospecting creative 37 just slipped below your target ROAS threshold. Or try shifting $4,800 to carousel 12 to increase AOV. Moby agents identify what's happening, make a recommendation, explain their reasoning, and ping you on Slack, all before lunch. As we saw earlier, Moby agents are driving massive impact for brands and agencies, saving them time and making them more money. And we're just getting started. To give us a deeper dive on agent-powered intelligence, please welcome to the stage our co-founders, AJ and Maxx. All right, welcome, guys. Now, are we excited? Yeah?
Yeah, very much.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, good. We're live.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so before we geek out on Moby agents, Max, tell us, why did you start Triple Whale in the first place?
Like at the beginning, we really wanted to give businesses the intelligence to grow faster and more efficiently. And starting really way back in 2018, my wife and I were running a successful hair accessory business. AJ at some point joined us. After that, obviously, it was more successful. And when we were working together, we essentially found ourselves with a problem. We were, like many of you probably can relate, buried in spreadsheets, copying and pasting from this platform to that platform to try to figure out where are we holding right now? How is our performance day to day? Just to answer the question of like, where to go next, right? We quickly realized if we just had a simple aggregated dashboard in our pocket, like a Robinhood kind of vibe where you would refresh it, you get a real-time look at things, like the summary page that you guys probably all are very familiar with. This was a really interesting idea. And we started leaning in on this. And then AJ saw this and was like, okay, this is a great idea. It's also really the first parts you need to start to tell the story and build a case for automation. That's the background there.
Love it. All right, so looking back at the milestones in Triple Whale history, we have the summary page, the pixel, and then Moby Chat, and what we call 3.0, and now Moby agents. AJ, you like to say we've had 0 pivots. This has all been the grand plan all along. Can you walk us through a little bit of that?
Yeah, of course. So as Max alluded to, Triple Whale had like 2 starting points in our history. We actually started working on the summary page. We got bored, went back to the brand. It's not such an interesting business. And then what really hit us is Max was sitting there with like SKUs from Shopify and from Amazon, and I was sitting there trying to make educated guesses about Meta, not showing if pressing the button is helping or hurting. And I was like, there's no way.
I would call you daily. How are we trending?
Yeah.
How are we trending?
I was out with the kids. I had to go back to get the laptop. And I was like, there's no way an AI can't do my job better today. This was in 2021. So if we can go back to Max's idea, convince brands to give us their data, we'll be able to build automation. And so from the get-go, the summary page was like our first play at getting all the data into one place. Quickly after the summary page launched, Meta and Apple went to war with Meta, and then we were all blind. And so we're like, okay, the summary page is great, but it tells only half the story because I don't know where to spend. And so we had to build the pixel in order to complete the data picture. And then right afterwards, basically for the last 2 to 3 years, we've been investing tireless time in building a world-class data platform. Like that's what we've been doing day in and day out. for this. Like it's been the data platform and the AI together. So it's not like we weren't like working on this yesterday. As Jenna pointed out in the slides, like in 2021, the theory was if data is a new oil, how can we get as much data to make that oil into money? And the outcome is Moby agents, which is just one more step on the journey. There'll be more. We're excited about Moby agents today. Tomorrow will be AGI and Moby or something else, but today's agents.
Awesome. All right, so AJ, under the hood, what makes Moby agents different?
Yeah, so you'll see in the industry a lot of talk about MCP and getting data into models, and we're very much not the only people in the world trying to solve this. You'll see this on Palantir in the upmarket space. The problem of getting your business context into a model is not simple. Like when you ask ROAS, are you asking for your blended ROAS? Are you asking for your channel ROAS? Are you asking for a channel reporter ROAS? Or is it triple attribution or first click or last click? There's so many different variations of this. And so what makes Moby agents different is the hard work of building a data platform. Like we didn't build a large language model from the ground up. We're actually riding the wave with you guys. Every single model that comes out, you guys will get, right? And the differentiator is your business data in a centralized place, your business logic in a centralized place that's accessible to an AI model. And whether it's Triple Whale or other providers, that idea of having all your business data in one central location that you can operate off of, whether you're an agency or a brand, is going to be a must. There is no going back to what we had before.
Yeah. All right, so Maxx, these are all cool and cutting edge and revolutionary, but what is the actual impact on users?
I mean, users right now have been really saving time, but also making more money off of the insights that they're gleaning from Moby agents. And we have a lot of case studies on the site right now. Honestly, you kind of get chills when you see it in action, and I wanted to share with you guys just one customer story.
Yeah. Let's roll it. You saw a little bit of it earlier.
We've seen a little bit, but it's just such a good customer story. Honestly, it was mind-blowing for us to see these type of things coming out so quickly. So I just want to show the full minute and a half.
Let's do it.
I was using the Moby build feature for the reports, and so I gave it kind of some context. So it's the final day of our giveaway. I want to scale ad spend as high as possible, and sales are going pick up in the final hours of the day. Sales, CBR, profit will follow a similar trend too. And then I gave it a date of a previous giveaway, a final day that we had. And because we see a large portion of our sales on that final day. So we scale up our ad spend a ton, and everything's the fear of missing out, and that's always the highest day of the giveaway. So it analyzed that and then gave me a report. And I mean, we know that these are the highest hours of the day, but I kind of just gave it I was like, this is so thorough. I was like, this is so nice and aesthetic. And it made it made perfect sense. And it told me everything that we do and we know, but I was like, I'm going to follow it to a T. I'm going to do every single thing that it says, and I want to see what the results are. So begin scaling, 6:30, automatic rules, prioritize, lower bid caps, monitor, and then I used another one too that I doubled these ad sets, and the results were insane. I did to a T. I did exactly what it said. So, and we were able to hit our highest spend, highest profit, and highest revenue day we've ever hit. So it ended up being a 764.
That is so awesome to hear. I will
add that passes our previous biggest day by $200,000.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Chills.
It's true. Can't make that stuff up. It's amazing.
No.
All right, so where does agent-powered intelligence go from here? AJ, you want to kick us off?
Well, you guys can imagine if the AI agent did everything to a T, or he did it as a human, and he got those results, you can imagine the agent just doing it by itself. That will happen, right? So full automation will happen. I don't know the timeline, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. We don't know, but you can imagine media buying, retention, marketing, inventory. The people that will be successful are managers of agents. I think this is going to be a new big role that will emerge. Not tomorrow, honestly, today already. If you don't have a agent manager in your brand or your agency, you most probably should get one, or just turn one of your employees or yourself into that. Yeah, it's going to change everything. It's going to change everything. I'll go off script. I keep on telling everyone in the company that Triple Whale, different companies have different ambitions of the scale they want to go to and what they want to do. At Triple Whale, we want to be one of the biggest companies in the world. So Microsoft, Google, Apple, and Triple Whale. It's going to happen one day. The only way we are successful is when you guys make money. Like, that's the only outcome we're trying to move, is you guys making more money. We tell you guys agents will save you time, but the honest truth is they're so powerful, you're just going to want to spend more time with them. So the time that you save, you're actually going to invest in the business again to make more. Yeah, we really think this is the next stage of what brands are going to look like today.
Amazing.
Yeah, like we have some of the early customers that we're working with right now. They're hiring people to help run these systems. It's like it's becoming a need to do in a sense. But again, like our product vision has been to give every business the intelligence to grow faster and more efficiently. And we're going beyond obviously just visibility into data and now helping you figure out what to do next.
Yeah, great. Okay, so Max, how can everyone here start experimenting with agents today?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure everyone is inundated with this AI tool and that AI tool, and it's like a lot, and you probably have a lot of saved, either tweets or things on social. But I would say, like, just think of one repetitive or tedious task. Open up our template library, which we have in Triple Whale. We have like pre-built, whether it's campaign management solutions and things like that, things that you're doing repeated all the time, and you can just get started right from within. It's like one click and you're on your way.
Awesome. Okay, AJ, I know you're itching to show off some agents. You want to show us a few things?
People are excited on Twitter about the demo, so we figured we'll do a live demo. Live demo is always scary, especially with AI. So we'll see how this goes. There we go. Okay, so when you guys get agents, the new homepage that you guys will see is the new Moby homepage, which has deep dive and build mode. I'll go into those in a minute. And then you have over here your agentic feed, which is basically the new inbox. Think of these like as employees doing work for you and bringing out insights and reports that you need in order to operate. I'm just going to kick off a deep dive so you guys can see what it will look like, because it takes a little bit of time to run. So deep dive basically, if anyone's heard the term agent swarms, it basically does that. So you kick off a question. Previously, you can ask Moby like a very simple question and it gets it right. But now you can ask Moby more complex questions. So over here I'm asking, is Google driving new revenue or taking credit from Meta? Right? This is a question that a lot of brands have, right? And I asked it to do a correlation for me, and it built a 5-tier plan for me using MMM and correlation and other good stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and say, go run this. And we're going to let it run. I just want to show you guys what this is doing. So right now, it's going to start running this. There we go. OK. The cool thing here is step 1 started running and step 4 started running. It's not a bug. It knows that step 2 is dependent on step 1. And step 1 and step 4, every single step here is an agent that's going to do anywhere from 5 tool calls to 40 tool calls. Tools are like get data, analyze the data. And it really, some of the results are just like what did it just do? That's sort of the experience that we have with this all the time. I'm going to also kick off build mode for a minute. So over here in the build mode, I want to show what I did for a second. So I came here before. I asked multiple questions about my AOV. So like my AOV over the last 12 months, my AOV by product, by discount code, by landing page. And now I'm going to go ask it and build. This was the guy that made a lot of money. He used this feature. And I'm going to ask it to build a report for me. We're going to vibe market/vibe code a dashboard into reality. Okay, there we go. Moby's going to go get more data for some reason. And then it's going to go start vibe coding. Okay, I'll let that run in the meantime, and we'll see what it comes up with at the end. I'll come back to this. Let's now go to the feed. So I'm going to click into a couple of different dashboards. I'm going to go first into the web performance one. And I want to call out something very cool here. So this is going over different dashboards, and it's building a report. So traffic was up week over week. My revenue was up. This is great. Now it's calling out, look at this thing. It's calling out a specific landing page and telling me that this landing page is down week over week by 59%. this is legitimately like a print me money button, right? If I go fix that landing page and find out what's wrong, I'll make more money. Now, in order to find that nugget of truth and that lever, what did it have to do? So this agent is built off, it's called a mega agent. It's running through basically all the equivalent GA4 reports that Triple Whale has that we build off the Pixel. And we have an agent summarizing every single report. And then we have one agent summarizing the summarizations, and then one agent building that dashboard. And so what you see over here may look like a GA4 type of report, but it's really like, think of an analyst going through all of your data and finding the thing that you need to focus on most today in order to move the needle. It really is just mind-blowing. I want to go in a couple of other examples. That's web analytics. Here's another one, Klaviyo flows or email flows. I was talking to one of our customers or agencies yesterday. He said he has a client that was offered from another agency a $40K deal for someone to just audit their Klaviyo flows. This is a big brand. And honestly, Klaviyo Flow Insights, if you get them right, they can really push a brand pretty far if you just optimize something. So this agent looks at your flows, looks at your performance per flow, looks at your copy and your creatives. It tells you what's working and what's not working in your flows, and it literally suggests a new messaging that it thinks will work. And this is all just in the click of a button. Right? And this can run on your flows and your campaigns and everything. Another example is your creatives from Meta. So when I was running with Madison Maxx, the ads for Madison Braids, we did photo shoots and we brought out influencers and all actually in LA. And one thing you always want to know is what's working, what's not working, what messaging should I tell them to say. And over here, what the agent is doing is it's literally watching your videos. So it's going to Gemini, watching the videos. It uses a Triple Whale data stack to know exactly your performance. And then it gives you literal what's working and then your hooks and then angles and suggested. So let's take like the tone right over here, authentic. This is the tone that you currently have. Try educational, informative. And we're having brands take this output and send it to their creative teams to inform what they're doing with their creative strategy. And they're seeing results. Now, we've also baked this into all the dashboards and the places that you're used to working with right now in Triple Whale. So everyone knows the Pixel page that we all love and use. And what I used to do when I was running ads with Madison Braids, I used to look at the last 7 days, 3 days, yesterday, and today, look at the account average and figure out, is this campaign, ad set or ad, a loser or a winner, and scale up or scale down. Now, that's a lot of different clicks for every single piece. This brand specifically has 600 campaigns, ad sets, and ads just on Meta running. So you can imagine, I don't care who you have working, they're not going through every single one of these and doing a proper job. And over here, you just have the agent run through it, and it looks through everything, and it tells you how you're doing versus the account average, and it tells you to scale up or scale down.
Edit.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through the edit right now, which is saves time and money. The beauty of this is everything here is editable, right? So as Max pointed out, yeah, this is our formula for buying, or my formula, what I use, not even Triple Whale's mine. You guys can put in whatever formula you have. If you look at NC ROAS, if you look at we have a very big brand that has a very elaborate system of buying media, and we built that out with rules. There's a lot of different ways you can go about building out agents. Okay, let's go back to Moby's deep dive. Okay, so let's look at this. So this is the one that we ran for the is Google driving revenue, or is it taking credit from Meta? And so this is a deep dive. Strong positive correlation between Meta and Google new customer revenue suggests that Google may be benefiting from Meta and not actually creating a demand. What blew my mind, and this is crazy. So look at this. This is insane. Incrementality analysis, Meta spend versus Google. It did an elasticity report, which I didn't know we can do till today, honestly. No, it's really, this thing is crazy. So Pearson correlation, this, and then elasticity. So it's just for every dollar spent, for every 1% spent more on Meta, you get 1.15 back on Google, new revenue. So the correlation there is very high, right? I would not suggest this brand to scale Google. And let's look at step 5 here, just so you guys can see what step 5 did. Like, it's doing, it's like Pearson correlations, and I don't know what this correlation is, but it's something else. Yeah, it's like having a data scientist, but a legit data scientist on your team. It surprises you every day. Let's go back to the build mode. Okay, so here we go. This one didn't work as well as I wanted it to. I have another one that I loaded here before. The exact same prompt that I did before. I guess doing this right after I wrote it before didn't work as well as I wanted it. Over here, this is so what build mode does, let's show you guys the code, is it literally builds the dashboard on the fly for you. And the thing it does is it takes the data and it narrates the data for you. So over here, I can see my current AOV, my 12-month, my top product, my top channel. And then you can take this report, go ahead and share this with your team, download it as a PDF. You can even share this with people that are not in Triple Whale today. This is a really new world that we all live in. It takes some time getting used to agents, and it takes some effort. There are a lot of built out of the box things. But the biggest takeaway I would tell everyone here is whether you get Triple Whale agents or some other platforms agents, this is the thing that's going to transform your business today. It's not driving like impact right now, not in the future.
No doubt.
Amazing. All right. Oh, our clicker's not working. Well, that's okay, because we are at the end of our session. And if you all are as excited about Moby agents as we are, there's a few different ways to get a closer look. So one, if you want to hear from real brands and agencies that are using Moby agents, we have a user panel later on. Make sure to catch that. If you want to get a hands-on look, see them in action, we'll be at the demo pods all day. Someone will take care of you there. And then if you want to really roll up your sleeves and get in and start building agents, we're actually doing a build session during happy hour on stage 2 over there. Definitely join us. And if you're watching on the live stream, just go ahead and scan that QR code and we'll get you set up with someone right away. Welcome to the Whalies.
Thank you, everyone.
Good job.
I'm going to take my laptop off, right?